Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Nightwing. This is the first episode of GNAG Explains. Within this series, I will be explaining the lore in order and most likely simplifying it so everyone can have an understanding of what's exactly happening with this said game. Now, the first game I'm going to be doing is Mortal Kombat, since Mortal Kombat is coming out April 23rd. And since it's on the 11th game, a lot has happened. So I think I can help out some people that might want to know what exactly is going on. So before I get to Mortal Kombat 1, I have to do before Mortal Kombat. And the reason of that is because there's a lot of things that happened before Mortal Kombat, and you guys can get a better understanding from the later videos, of course. So to jump off, just let it start off right now, before Mortal Kombat. Now, there's a lot of games that explain what's going on with certain characters and people, but the best explanation I can do to start off with is MK Mythologies. MK Mythologies is about the adventures of Sub-Zero. Now, there are two Sub-Zeros within the whole lore of Mortal Kombat, and this one is about the older brother named Bi-Han. Bi-Han, Sub-Zero, is from a group of assassins called the Lin Kuei. I could say they're ninjas. I don't know if they kill people. You know, it's Mortal Kombat, but they do any job just to get the bag. So what his mission was, essentially, was to retrieve an amulet, and he was tasked to do that by this sorcerer named Quan Chi. Now, within this series, you will understand who I like and who I don't, and Quan Chi is one of them. Fuck that guy. So, to go into it, throughout the story, Sub-Zero fights, jumps over. It's a platform game, so he jumps over platforms, fights different gods. I think he kills some of them, which is kind of crazy in my opinion, that he could actually have the ability of doing that, but hey. But he eventually retrieves the amulet for Quan Chi. Now, of course, for those who know Quan Chi, he's an evil motherfucker. So, Quan Chi was doing that, trying to get that amulet from nefarious ways. Now, while in this game, Quan Chi has also put Hanzo Hasashi, because I don't want to say Hanzo Hattori. Hanzo's a very popular name in Japanese lore. But Hanzo to retrieve the amulet as well. Now, if you don't know who Hanzo Hasashi is, you probably know him as Scorpion. You know, the guy in the yellow suit that says, "Get over here." Of course, eventually those two combat each other. Now, this part I might actually be wrong in, but I think I'm right. Sub-Zero and Scorpion actually have a fight. Sub-Zero wins, and basically Quan Chi was like, if you beat whoever wins this fight, I'll destroy the loser's camp, basically. Scorpion is from the crew of the Shirai Ryu. It's kind of hard sometimes for me to pronounce it correctly, so if I say it wrong, just say it in the comments and let me know, and I'll try to figure it out as best as I can. So, after that fight happens and the amulet is given to Quan Chi, Raiden pops up. Now, if you don't know who Raiden is the protector of Earthrealm. Now, going on with this series, there are a lot of different realms and things that have happened. So if I bring it up, I will try to do my best to explain it. So, Raiden pops up and basically tells Sub-Zero, "Hey, bro, you fucked up, and you should fix your mistakes of what you just done, because you probably put the Earthrealm in danger, which means that you probably can't be working no more in a matter of time." So, Sub-Zero has a change of heart for the moment and decides to go see either Quan Chi or Shinnok. I think he went to see Shinnok, and I think he got back the amulet. Now, as far as I know, or as far as I remember, because this is a very old game, I think Sub-Zero got the fake amulet, or he left the fake amulet to those two people. I think he got the fake amulet, and everyone thought it was copacetic. And that's pretty much that game. Now, I really, really, really condensed what exactly happened within that game and who he fights and what happens, because it's been a long time since I actually played it. But if you would like to look up more information, I would actually advise look up your local video game store, or look up online, or if you have an emulator, find it and try to play it. Now, I can at least say for a game that's back in that day, it's probably a little more difficult and less fun than you might actually want. I think that game should actually be remastered, but that's just my thoughts. But that's what happens in MK Mythologies. Now, to go into the other game that has happened before Mortal Kombat, is debatably, if not already worldwide known as the worst Mortal Kombat game to ever come out, Special Forces. Now, Special Forces is not 100% canon, but some of the characters and some of basically the plot of it does go into the story as well. So Special Forces, which originally was supposed to be about Sonya Blade and Jax, they're with the group called, of course, Special Forces, which they're basically like the CIA, FBI combination for Earthrealm. And they're going after the Black Dragon. The Black Dragon is a group of mercenaries who also do whatever job from whatever realm, good or evil, to get the bag. The leader of the Black Dragon, throughout all the lore, his name is Kano. Now, I do not know exactly or remember exactly what happens to Kano to get him his metal face. He has a half metal face where he can shoot lasers out of. He's very good with knives. And in the Mortal Kombat movie, if you ever seen it, he winds up getting an Australian voice, which ironically he continues to have after that movie. That wasn't the original intent from Ed Boon, from what my researchers told me, but I think it's a good change. And basically in that game, instead of you being able to play with Sonya and Jax, they decided to let you play with Jax with a do-rag. So Jax goes around and he beats up and captures a lot of the Black Dragon members. I think one of them was Tremor. Another one, I can't remember the dude's name for my life because that game, I never even played the game, but I know it's bad. That's why I didn't play it. But essentially, that kind of leads up to certain characters that would eventually be in the Mortal Kombat series. Now, those are the two games that happened before Mortal Kombat. Now, of course, the thing that leads up to Mortal Kombat is that there's this badass motherfucker named Shao Kahn. Now, if you're not into games and you just listening for curiosity, you don't know who Shao Kahn is one of the hardest motherfucking bosses in fighting games, at least in the 90s. Shao Kahn is from the realm of Outworld. Shao Kahn, for a lot of years, I can't say the exact numbers, like eons of shit, he has been conquering and taking over other realms by basically pulling up and just taking their realms and beating up whoever the leader is. He has taken Edenia, which is another realm, and that is where the character Sindel and Jade and as well as Katana are from. Now, to explain in that specific detail, Shao Kahn goes into Edenia, goes to war, wins, kills the king of Edenia, King Jared, who was Katana's dad and Sindel's husband. He takes Sindel to be his wife, and then Sindel kills herself to help protect Earthrealm. Now, this is the lore of the older version of Mortal Kombat, and I will also explain that later in another video of old and new Mortal Kombat. So, Shao Kahn takes Katana to be his daughter. Katana's really young, so I don't think she remembers exactly what went down, so she goes on thinking that that's her pops. Shao Kahn takes over other realms and eventually gets to Earthrealm. Now, the Elder Gods, which I will like to say right now, in my opinion, are very stupid, but that's just the story of what it was. The Elder Gods decide that to stop Shao Kahn from taking over all the realms, they had to make a tournament to make it at least a little bit harder for Shao Kahn to take over. So, Mortal Kombat is ensued, but not the Mortal Kombat that's in Mortal Kombat 1. There was ones that happened a long, long time ago. And Shao Kahn sent his sorcerer, Shang Tsung. If you don't know who Shang Tsung is a sorcerer who takes souls and gives it to Shao Kahn and has the ability to turn and morph into the people that he took the souls from or that he sees. So, the best way I can explain it, if you're like a comic book head, he's kind of like Chameleon, but like a lot deadlier. So, Shang Tsung goes to Earthrealm and wins about 9 Mortal Kombats in a row. Now, from what I remember, the Mortal Kombat tournament happens about every 50 years. And basically, when they pulled up, they won 9 times in a row. I'm not going to give you the math of how many years they won straight, but they kept winning. So Raiden goes to the Shaolin and gets the Great Kung Lao. Now, the Great Kung Lao is, as far as we know now, the ancestor of Kung Lao and Liu Kang. I will explain who Liu Kang and Kung Lao is within this video and in the later videos. But the Great Kung Lao fights in a Mortal Kombat tournament and beats Shang Tsung from getting the 10th win to take over Earthrealm, because that was also part of the rules from the Elder Gods. You have to win 10 straight Mortal Kombats to be able to take over the realm and invade. So, since the Great Kung Lao broke that streak, Shao Kahn's really pissed off. Shao Kahn tells Shang Tsung to go back and handle business, and then the next Mortal Kombat, they get this big old four-armed monster called Goro. He is with the Shokan. The Shokan are a race of big-ass people who have 4 arms. Within the Shokan, there is Goro, who is the prince of the whole Shokan race. Not Shiva. I can't remember the girl. There's a girl, Shokan, and she's badass too. I just can't remember her name right now. I'll probably have a picture within the video to explain this, or what she looks like, and y'all can tell me. And also Kintaro, who is this tiger-looking ass Shokan, but he's pretty badass as well. So, within this Mortal Kombat, Kung Lao goes through and beats everyone up like he's supposed to. Mind you, this is 50 years later. And sadly enough, when Goro and Kung Lao finally fight, Goro kills the Great Kung Lao. So this starts the streak again of Outworld beating the bricks off of Earthrealm. So now it's the 9th tournament, and now we get to the situation of the original Mortal Kombat. Now, I will stop the video here because I wanted to make it real short and explain before Mortal Kombat, before I do Mortal Kombat 1. And the reason I actually wanted to do that was to make sure that you understand some background information before you get to the tournament. And that's pretty much it. Anyone that is watching, please, if you're seeing this on YouTube, click the like, click the bell to get notifications on all my other videos. I will be doing this more often, as much as I can, not only for Mortal Kombat, for other games. And I'll try to explain it as much as possible. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments, no matter where you see this on. Make sure you share this with your friends and let them know. Support is very, very, very appreciated. This is Nightwing, and I'm out.